I don't know if you know this, but today is September the 21st. Well, you probably know that. Today is the fall equinox. The day and the night are the same length of time, right? It's Tuesday. It's the second day of Virtual LeaderCon. And today is World Gratitude Day. Somehow this showed up in my feed yesterday. I don't know how or why. And I had generally a plan for today's inspiration, and I called an audible. My team will be happy because I would say that word at least once a day. And I decided that, man, we ought to talk about gratitude. Yesterday in the morning inspiration, the idea of being grateful showed up, and we talked about being present. We talked about how when we are grateful, we are able to live in the moment. And yesterday I gave you an exercise if you were here. And I am not going to apologize for doing a similar exercise today, because first of all, not everyone was here. And second of all, we ought to be practicing our gratitude every day. Here's your exercise this morning. I want you to get ready to go in the chat, and I want you to think about one thing from your day yesterday that you're grateful for. One thing from your day yesterday that you're grateful for. And I want you to put it in the chat. That's a habit that we can build. Who knows? I may do it every day this week. I don't know. But here's where I want to take us. If today is World Gratitude Day, then let me dive back in and talk about why this is important. Because first of all, what is it? I gave you some synonyms for it. But for us, what it is it's an affirmation of goodness. Whatever those things were that you saw scrolling through there, whatever it was that you typed or what you thought and didn't type, it's an affirmation of something good in your life. And it's an awareness that good things are around us. So it's an affirmation, and it's an awareness. It's an acknowledgement. That's what gratitude is. Here's what gratitude isn't. It's not naive positive thinking, right? It's not naive positive thinking. It's something real. It's something tangible. It's something that matters to you. It's personal. And it also isn't a zero-sum game. Because so many people are saying, well, gratitude, that's fine. But look at all the problems in the world. Look at all the challenges that we're facing. Look at all the loneliness and isolation. And look at the COVID. And look at the world stage. And look at the economy. And all of that can be true. And we can still be grateful. In fact, I would say that when we're grateful, we're better equipped to deal with some of those other challenges that we might be facing. And if you were with us yesterday when Meredith Bell was with us, you'll hear the connection between what I just said and what she told us yesterday, because we didn't talk yesterday about gratefulness with Meredith, but we talked about appreciation, right? So when we are grateful, there are good things that happen for us. We feel better. Like the minute that I asked you to go think of something from yesterday and you did it, you immediately felt better. It's good for our health when we're grateful. It reduces our stress. It helps us be happier, and it helps us lead better. And again, back to what Meredith said yesterday, struggling with an individual. Well, if we reframe some things, think about what we appreciate about that person, it will help us lead better, but it will also help us have better relationships. When we are more grateful, when we have more gratitude in our lives, it will ripple into our relationships. It will help us come to things with a stronger mindset. It will help us relate with people in a better way. And I'm guessing that you would all agree with me. In fact, put it in the chat if you agree with this statement. Enthusiasm is contagious. If you agree with that, just put it in the chat. If you believe enthusiasm is contagious, yes, yes, yes. We're getting enthusiastic yeses. Here's the thing. So's the opposite. And which are we more likely to be enthusiastic if we're grateful? 100%. Happy Gratitude Day. Well, so we get better relationship. Our life is better for us. Our day is better for us. We have better relationships in our lives and on our teams. Our teams do better. We lead better. Our organization will do better. The world is better. So props today. So it's like having a pebble. And you toss the pebble into the pond. And you know what happens when you toss a pebble into the pond? You get ripples, right? And so our gratitude shared is like tossing the pebble into the pond and we get ripples. But why do we have to settle for a pebble? We could make it more like a bigger rock. If we are more grateful, we make a bigger positive difference. We make bigger ripples. But I'm going to challenge us all today, not just to make ripples. I want us to put ripples into the pond. But I want us today to throw a rock into the water. Because if it's World Gratitude Day, what better day than today than to change it all? To change it all. To change for ourselves, to change it for those around us, to change the world. And so my inspiration, my urging to you is to celebrate World Gratitude Day today and every day. And I hope that your time today here, whether it's a short time or all day, will help you do that well.